Anyway, let's continue. It's 4 already. Ah, well. At least I've got this sped up mount. Should have gotten it much earlier. Should have got it when I left Booty Bay. Or before that, really. Should have gotten it when I hit 40. It would have shaved all this down quite substantially. It may only be a 40% bonus, which does sound like a lot, but in the grand scheme, I'm not sure how much of an increase it is. I can, when put into perspective and all that. But, you know, an cumulative effect, basically. Also, as a side point, for anyone who might be interested, I will have some EVE Online videos coming out at some stage. I've been seeing bits and pieces here and there of EVE Online, and I really want to get back into it again. So, if you're interested, keep an eye out for those bits. I'll be putting them out at some stage. When? Bloody hell if I know. Some stage. Hold on, let's wander here. Memory serves. Yeah, this is inhaling and exhaling. It's fucking... So are these. But that's fucking creepier. Because it's just a full tree stump. That's just some growth off the side. This is fucking breeding. Ugh. But, yeah, I have some EVE Online vids coming out eventually. I've more of this to record, then I have Final Fantasy 14, then I have Mordheim, then I'm thinking about doing some DDO. I've kind of fallen off the DDO kick now, but I still might go back to it. I'm currently on an EVE Online thing, so we'll wait and see. I have also some more Warframe I want to go record.
I offer service with a smile.
Oh, I should have got Brax's flight point. Where are those lunkheads? Into the woods. Yes? Thank you for paying me to say hi. Didn't you have a different quest for me a moment ago? Huh. I love my boys, don't get me wrong, but I told them that I needed 5 minutes to water and brush the horses. What did they do? They made a stupid bet with each other and ran off. I suppose I should have known better. This always happens. Gid wins the short one. He headed north along the river. If you headed that direction, would you help him come back? Would you tell him to come back? I've got to get to Guy's Hope's chapel, and I'm not leaving without him. As soon as we stopped, they made a bet about who could kill the most undead in 5 minutes. It's been an hour, and I'm still waiting for them to come back. So Taenar run off to the southeast. Unfortunately, I can't leave the caravan here by itself. If you end up traveling in that direction, could you find them and send them back to me?
Cheers, mate.
So, help me find Taenar? Oh, this is working for once. Normally it's only on the quest screen. And help me find Gidwin. Let's actually get this while we're here. I know, I feel like being here wouldn't be good for your health. Even if, you know, most of the activities here have been camped down. Here's a plague hound runt. Alright. So yeah, you've seen the Plagueons here before, but those were the... at the end of the... what did I call them? My Death Knight. We've seen those then. But, when we get over there, that's going to look nicer. It's got fixed up. Now there's water in these, which they weren't before in the Death Knight thing. That kind of thing. You could also, in Classic WoW, find a giant maggot. It was actually for a wanted quest around the place. Like a giant one of these. But, it's not there anymore. So yeah, we'll go swing up here, get Gidwin, then we'll head down south. You can get a Lucky Charm here, and if you get it, you can start getting... well, you have a chance of getting a pet here. I've never gotten this, I don't think. I tried to grind for it, but I don't think I ever bothered to grind enough. To be honest, the way that water's splashing down right there is making me think there's... Christ. Making me think there's a secret behind it. Also, that's really fitting, but the one like that really works with the scene there. But the one issue is this is a rare, so when I turned up before, he wasn't here. This guy was just like webbed here and left. So this makes more sense, but it's not really right to do it as a rare, you know? Certainly won't complain about an extra item, but still. Taenar, is that you? Whoever you are, would you mind helping me out of this thing? You should have seen me fight. Must have killed 6 of those beasts when... Oh, wait, you can count the bodies? You can count the bodies, can't you? Okay, fine. I killed 4 of them when the 5th shot me in this web. To make matters worse, when he blasted me with web juice, my mouth was open. I can't seem to break these webs, and I doubt you'll be able to either. No, you'll have to get some of the stomach juice from those undead spider things. That should do the trick. And in actuality, this is a great corridor if you need to kill either of these for quests. There we go. For achievements, I should say. But, yeah, to be honest, we could really do it. We do it later on. But, whatever. Terror Web Tunnel. You get these Crypt Fiends as a unit in Warcraft 3. They are useful, very useful. They're a ranged unit that can web, meaning they just ground any flying unit for a limited amount of time. It's also on a cooldown, so there is limitations to it. But if you've got a few of them, it's not too big of a deal. They also use their same attack they have here. Crypt Scarabs they send out. Ooh, is that 2 here? Yes, please. Crypt Vial. Seems to have a good enough drop rate. Nice. Only need 2 more. Let's grab this. I won't have time. Bastard. There we go. At some stage I will do Warcraft 3. I'm really tempted in doing that as my next project. I've already finished Viking Conquest. It took me a year to do it, but I've finished it. Let's head back. So I'm thinking of doing Warcraft 3 next. I'll do Warcraft 1 and 2 at another stage. But Warcraft 3 will come next, I think. But there's not... Yeah, I think I might do Warcraft 3 next, and then do the thing Anonymous suggested as a separate project to be released separately, basically. Not part of that queue. Because I've made him wait long enough for it. It feels wrong to make him wait any longer. I can't remember what the thing is called. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's shit. Can't remember. But it's kind of like a Might and Magic style game. So yeah, I'll be doing there's 2 of them out now. There's 3 games. One's just a more modern remake of the first one, though. But yeah, I'll be trying the first one out. I'm not really too sure on it. I'm not really a fan of the Might and Magic games, but I'm willing to give it a shot for him.
What can I do for you?
Oh boy, Fiona's going to be madder than a wet harpy. You'd better hurry. You're back, thank the light. Before you throw that acid on me, I need to ask, are you the guy who was here before, or are you one of those eight-legged cowards? I need to know whether or not I should smack you on my way out.
Off with you.
Okay, seems to have done it anyway. Should have checked there. What was that? Doesn't say. Sorry about that. I was pretty sure you were one of the spider beasts doing a bad organ impression. How do you do? Gidwin Goldlocks at your service. He also has Blessing of Kings. I'm in a bit of a hurry back to my caravan, but I was wondering if you might do me one last favour. My pal Fiona runs a small shop. She could probably do with some herbs that grow along the river shore. I'm thinking if we give her some nice herbs, she'll be much less likely to murder me. That's the plan, anyway.
See you soon.
These. Have to get greasing the wheel. Banshee bells. These blooms are remarkably delicate. As you've probably seen in my Legion videos, Gidwin Goldbraids and the other guy are both paladins, and they're both in my order hall. To be honest, you can probably gather their paladins from how they look on the icons, but whatever. Also, this playground run is considered a beast rather than anything else. So you would presumably tame it if you're a hunter? Maybe not. Maybe they're just because you're a beast, they don't. They might have an exception, basically. But bloody hell if I know. Hunters are now taming mechanical beasties. So, yeah. And yeah, that is a thing. Don't know too much about it though. Haven't leveled a hunter that far. Hunrin is still level 12. It's Legion territory I'm thinking of. Also, they made survival a melee spec, isn't that right? In Legion. I probably won't be using that. I'll probably be going Beastmaster. I like to have pet classes. Though personally I prefer a pet class with a good melee streak to it. I like to be a burly fighter who has minions. So that's why my Path of Exile character and Grim Dawn character are built like that. When I finally get on to Spellforce or Geneforge, I'll be building characters similarly. I was actually talking about Spellforce in one of my custom campaigns recently, Annihilation campaign. That'll be coming out eventually, maybe around the time this is. Though I doubt it'll be as far along as this. Well, like you won't be hearing this conversation the same day this Annihilation campaign this came out. Maybe the first episode of Annihilation campaign will be released by the time this is released. Probably not though. What was I gonna say? Actually, possibly, yeah. No, what I was going to say was something. Oh yeah, I was talking about Spellforce. I was saying it was a nice game. Like it showed promise, but it looked really unpolished. Wouldn't mind if someone polished it up a bit. THQ Nordic now owns the copyright to it. They now own the IP, so they're making a prequel game, Spellforce 3. Part of me is thinking, oh, it's Spellforce 1, from what I remember of it, looks a little unpolished. Graphically, it just made it seem old, made me think it was older than it actually was. It came out a year after Warcraft 3, but I feel that comparison is a little unfair. I think the studio was pretty small, so it'd be a little unfair to compare it to Blizzard even at that time, when they're just doing, StarCraft and Warcraft, and Lost Vikings and a few other things. It feels a bit unfair, plus very different art styles and whatnot. Plus maybe I'm misremembering and making it shittier in my memory. Plus, I was also thinking that, part of me was thinking that some of the like the story shows promise. It's interesting, but part of me was feeling like the actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do the Sunstrikes bit. I'll turn this in first. Part of me was thinking the like the story is interesting, but the dialogue mightn't have been the greatest. But I could have been thinking mainly of the voice acting. The voice acting wasn't great. Maybe I'm being harsh there. This is stuff I was meaning to say in the custom campaign, but maybe that's where I'm slipping up. But like basically the game showed promise, but part of me is thinking maybe like if they did a remaster, if they could polish it up a bit, not change the story, just part of me is thinking vaguely remembering some weird
Open for business.
a bit rough dialogue or something. It's been quite a while though since I've played it, so maybe I'm forgetting something, Plus, it's like I said, maybe since my memory is a little foggy, maybe I'm thinking of the voice acting rather than dialogue itself. How the words are said rather than the words themselves. I'm not sure right now, but yeah, basically part of me was thinking that mightn't be bad, but again, I'm a little iffy on remasters. Maybe it's just better to work with the old one, Not really sure. The sole reason I can talk to the Caravan. Weird. The sole reason I brought that up was so I could stop worrying about it. I'm still worrying about it, even worse than before. Because I brought it up again recently. But yeah, basically part of me was thinking that if they did a remaster, I wouldn't mind them polishing the more up than the graphics, just because I found some of the phrasings clunky at points. but which seemed less of a style choice and more of a maybe it's someone's early project kind of thing. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's better if nothing's touched and remastered, you know? Just maybe touch up the graphics and the accessibility to later on hardware, that kind of thing. But, yeah. I'm not sure. It's I might come up multiple minds on the topic, basically, you know? If you know about Spellforce, played it, let me know in the comments. I'm not saying I don't like the game. It just I do like the concept and like the gem in it, but I find it is a bit rough. You know, it could have done with a finer cut. Basically, it's a nice gem, but just need a bit more time, maybe a bit more expertise on it. Giddy's got you mixed up in all of this now. I'll tear that pint-sized paladin to shreds before he... Wait a minute, are those banshee bells? Who brought these for me? Oh, Gidwin asked you to get them for me. Ah, that sweet little guy. Alright, he's off the hook for now.
Pop in anytime.
Okay. He knows how to butter her up. Insert sex joke here. Yeah, if you have any you'd like to say, feel free to let me know. Certainly, I really do like Spellforce. It was just like I was saying, it just some of the bits here and there, from what I'm remembering of it, did seem a bit rough. Maybe I'm misremembering, or maybe I'm not. Either way, I still enjoy the game. It's just that's just what I'm remembering of it. If you don't know what Spellforce is, it's I think Warcraft 3, but like as in there's it's a RTS with heavy RPG aspects. It's an RTS RPG thing, but unlike Warcraft 3, there's a heavier emphasis on unlike Warcraft 3, there's a heavier emphasis on RPG. For example, in Warcraft 3, there's like set classes. Thrall's a forest seer. He's these fixed abilities. He's these fixed things. You get 6 hammers in your bag, and he just apparently has them all equipped. But you don't see change to the model. While in Spellforce, as far as I remember, the model does change, and it's like on WoW. There's a slot for each item, kind of thing. You can only have the one weapon equipped. It changes what's on the character's using, and that kind of thing. Actually, this doesn't have a use effect, does it? No. It's just a kind of a crummy trinket. I think it got killed in a stat change, But anyway, what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's it's more of an RPG like that. There's that thing going on for it, and when it comes to character skills and development, you can only develop your main character. The rest are set as they are, but they're basically help you're summoning in, like hero units you're summoning in, while your character himself is basically there's your character, heroes you summon in, and then just generic troops. Your character yourself, you can develop in whatever way you want. I've developed my guy to have necromancy powers, heavy armor, and to wield two-handed weapons. It's really cool. Certainly the skeletons aren't that useful, to be honest. But, it's still early days as far as I know. So, it's not really that big of a deal. So, yeah. Plus I have 2 expansions. Well, actually I don't know if I bring my character. Actually, I think I might actually bring my character with me into the expansions. I presume so. I can export him and import him into it. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if there's 2 weeks now. I've got plenty more hours to go, But yeah, that's how I build my character. And you could go and have him to be a light armor wearing, one hand, sword and board wielding mage or cleric. Let's go with cleric. You could have him as that or her. You've got some choice to work with here, and it's really cool. And as you go on, you